Well, minimal fish is what we're doing today. I got a box that has, it's a U.S. Postal Service sort of box. And it has essentially very little graphic stuff on it, but enough that I can turn it into something. Maybe, if I think hard. So, as you can see, it has trapezoids and trapezoids and minimal lettering. And I thought, for shits and giggles, I'd see what I could do with this. To take off the tape. Okay. Come on, Pierre. So essentially I have angles and which can be turned into straight lines. Am I going to have anything left? I'm done cutting it all apart. I wonder. Oh my God. So much work. There is almost a virgin. Can I say that? I guess I can say that. Virgin is a word you can say. Okay, almost done cutting this thing apart. Oh wow, this is, we have some lettering and we got a barcode here in case I need it. Again, my idea of doing minimal design work was my thought. Minimal, using the minimal elements. That would be the fun part of this one. But, I so often find elaborate patterns and stuff, and I thought, well, here I have very little complexity to go on. What I'm doing is trying to just cut all the parts I can't use off so that I can focus on only what I can use. This is going to be very interesting. Oh, stupid. Remember that from very interesting, but stupid. And laughing. Never really liked that show. I think I didn't understand most of the jokes because it had to do with sexuality. Okay, what kind of fish is this going to be? It's taking me so much time to get this thing apart. Is there anything here I can use? Just throw it all away. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Well, that can be an eye. Can't it? And that can be a mouth. A nose and a mouth, right? Here's an eye. Nose and a mouth. It's going this way. It will be a white body. And it will have a little fin and another fin and another fin. Very simple fish with lipstick. Okay. We're fishing off the pier today. You have that correct, Mr. So I saw that you mentioned the accordion figure that Russell had done. That wasn't exactly that was done before we decided to do the accordion figures. But anyway, so there's that. We've got a fish with that. Now we have to put a tail on him. So how's tomorrow I will be chatting with an ink guy about inks. You're an ink person, so you might enjoy hearing what an ink guy and us and me might have to say about ink. I think you'll do most of the talking if that's believable. But since he is an ink guy and I'm just a guy, I figure, okay, there's one fish. Throw that out. Okay, another fish. Here we have a red eye. We're going to make this one be this way, and it's going to have a blue eyelid. I think it's going to be two. He wanted it to be 2 o'clock, and I suggested 2:30 Boston time. So that's, I don't know if he has agreed to that. See if he has gotten back to me. He has not gotten back to me. Where is he from? Do you remember where he's from? Is he from the Midwest? The fishes that I'm making are very human-like because of the noses that I'm giving them. Okay, so a nice long body for him, or maybe not so long. So I met some new neighbors of mine. They were in the courtyard doing some work, and I was in the courtyard drawing pictures. Essentially what I'm going to ask him, he has a very complicated system of ink organization, and I just thought it would be fun to learn what the hell he's talking about. That was sort of my thought. us to understand what the hell he's talking about. As you know, I'm generally a black and white kind of guy. So he and Gary really like color. So I thought it would be fun to figure out how that would work. So maybe if you guys have questions you want to ask him, that might be, had those ready to go, that would be handy. So here's another fish. I barely have 2 bottles at work. I was trying to draw and was having a very hard time. Okay, let's do this. A tail. Two tails, or 2 somethings. Okay, good. Okay, I need a fish body. I think this one is going to be blue. A blue body. Okay, what kind of eye is this guy going to have? Hmm? He's going to have that kind of a fin. Oh, I have so many barcode fish in my early fish making. They were quite often used as fins, sometimes for the actual bodies. Okay, this is going to be really tiny. Okay, I need an eyeball. Little tiny dot of an eyeball here in blue with a white inside. Do I have such a thing? Okay, where did the body go? There it is. Okay, where did the thing go? There it is. Okay. I'm going to have to make it. I think I have to make this way. Come on. Stick. Okay, move out of the way. Where did my thing go? It's right there. No fish jokes. Well, my desire for what I thought these would turn into is not quite happening. They're a little too predictable. Okay. And sloppy. Take this one off, trim this down so it's even. There we go. And now we'll put this back. Now at least it's better. Sloppy can be fun. Oh dear. Mr. Hodge, as Parker would call you, Mr. Hodge. I think I just fucked that one up. I don't think there's ever enough fish. I don't know. I'm really enjoying doing them because they're just fun to do. I imagine I probably have enough fish. What would you rather see me draw? If I can't draw fish, what would you like to see me draw? So our very own Russell is teaching art history to the people in the penitentiary near where he lives. He just asked me to write him a letter of recommendation. So I think he has the job. It's just a formality of, because it's a state job. I imagine they've got a, well, they are fun. These things are fun. And I like them because they don't really require a lot of over planning. They're relatively straightforward in how I organize them. Now, I do have fun sometimes making up the taxonomy of a particular species, where I will go out of my way to create a bunch that will have similarities. Right now, I don't know if I have that happening in this group or not. Again, my plan was to do something a little bit more funky. So maybe I'll do that right now. See if I can funkificate this up a bit. God damn it. Well, I guess I just lost that piece, but whatever. whatever. What I wanted to do was to sort of have this be less regular. Let's see if I can come up with something where I can sort of do that somehow. Have it look a little bit more cubist. That's the word that's what I'm trying to do. A little more cubist. Little tiny eyeball on this one. I've made some that are sort of 6 feet long, nearly so. See, that's sort of what I mean, this kind of a fish. A little bit funky, a little bit odd. No angles are too much the same. Come on, pier. Stick. Butterfingers. Yes, a little bit of Picasso in this fish. A tiny eyeball. Okay, now what kind of fins will he have? That kind of a fin. Okay, glue, stick. Okay, that's the best we can do. That is the way. That is what we're doing. It may not be the best, but it's what we're doing. This reminds me of a tugboat for some reason. Not quite sure why. Sort of shaped like a tugboat. I guess that's why. Sort of stubby. What do you think? I think he needs a little fin down there. Oh, I used to make these using hot glue. And hot glue is aptly named, so I kept burning myself. And then Elmer's glue is just what I can easily get at the Target store, and I don't want to be overly. I used to use Sobo glue when I was making, quote, real art, and I ended up thinking this was perfectly fine for this kind of stuff. Okay, now what do I do? See, that was more like I was thinking these would all turn into, so now do I want to make more like that? This is an awfully big mouth, this one has. Okay, he needs an eye. Right there. And he'll have little blue fins. Big eye. I don't have a lot of blue paper. So I have to be sparing, careful with my limited resources. Tail. Dorsal. And a little tiny one coming off the eyeball. Uh-oh. Well, real art in my case was, I used to be kind of famous for a few years in Boston. And I won a couple of grants, and I was in a couple of shows, and I had a gallery, and I sold a lot of stuff. Had collectors that collected my work. And then the muse that I had sort of stopped on me, and I I sort of hit a plateau, and I tried to do other things, but sort of when you get yourself recognized for doing one kind of thing, that's what people want you to continue to make, is that one kind of thing. They don't really like you to try something else. So consequently, I ended up getting kind of bored with what I was doing, and so that's what happened. Not a very exciting story, I must admit, but it's my story. Anyway, subsequent to that sort of work, I have been having fun doing lots of different kinds of things that really don't bring me fame, but they're not supposed to. Okay, do I need another blue? I don't know. Beer. That one's not working for me either. What else can I do here? I've got this one. Or should I just call it a day? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can do a lucky 7. I think I can do one more. This is just going to have a lot of finnage. A lot of very complicated tails and stuff. Okay. I need more glue. Yeah, it really, it was not really a good thing, because I would get excited about something else that really wasn't, that I was just having fun with, and fun was not allowed. I had to not only do what I did before, but I had to do what I did and do it even more. So it was, I had to make something extra wow, and then super duper wow, and it just became less fun. So I sort of stopped. Okay, now for the fun. Now for this fun. We're going to have a tail. which is going to look like that, except it's going to have that coming out. And then it's going to do more things here, do all sorts of shit. So its tail is going to have fun. Anyway, then I started doing work for clients where they would give me, money and tell me that they wanted me to do a particular thing, and I would do the particular thing. And sometimes that was fun, and sometimes it was not so fun. But what do you think? Branching off like that, I think that's kind of fun. My real art, not really. I mean, I have pictures of, I think there's pictures of stuff that I might consider real art on Instagram, but not the art that I was famous for. If you search for Per Gustafsson, you might find some examples. Per Gustafsson, Tools as Art. Okay. Look at that. I referred to them as three-dimensional drawings. I would make drawings. I would make objects out of paper, and I would then draw on the surfaces with ink. Uh-oh, I'm running out of battery power. Well, this is certainly weird. I need to give him a tongue. He needs to have a tongue sticking out of his head. To liven him up. And then I'm going to eat something and go to bed. Okay, there we go. Sort of a forked tongue here. I think I need to give him one more little. Just be like that. He's a weird one. Okay, see you all later. Bye. My battery's